Minecraft Live is an annual Minecraft-themed livestream where Mojang devs share updates on the game, as well as the spin-off titles such as Minecraft Dungeons. Every year, they hold a community vote where the community chooses between different features to be added into the game. This is how we got features such as the glow squid, goats, powdered snow, the upcoming 1.18 mountain generation, foxes, campfires, sweet berries, and worst of all, the Phantom. This year's vote will be between three original mobs, those being the Glare, the Allay, and the Copper Golem. Today I will be discussing them and sharing my opinions and which one is my favorite. The Glare was the first revealed mob and is seemingly the least popular. It's a mossy flying creature that hates the darkness. If it finds a player, it will fly to a dark spot where hostile mobs can spawn, and will pout to show that it wants this area to be lit up. Once the player lights up this area, it'll find a new spot and the bonding will continue. This mob would be very useful right now in 1.17 since it's not as clear where mobs can spawn in an area and where they can't. But when 1.18 releases, at least as of right now, the light level where hostile mobs can spawn will be changed from 7 to 0, meaning it must be completely dark in order for mobs to spawn. I like this change, but I'd be happy for it to get reverted for the price of getting the Glare as well as it being more useful. It may not be the most useful of the three mobs, but I think that the Glare has the best design. It looks strange, but you know it's going to be friendly. It wants to help you for the sake of you not getting mauled by evil mobs, and so that it gets to live in a peaceful, bright world. We need more things like the Glare in today's society. I would love to have a Glare companion follow me around anywhere I go and occasionally get mad in an area with low light. It's not the most useful mob, but I see myself interacting with it the most. The Allay is the most complicated of the three mobs. It seems to be a small Vex-like creature that loves note blocks. If you give it an item and play it a tune, it will travel the world and look for dropped items that are similar to the item you gave it. It doesn't physically go out and collect the resources. Like if you give it a diamond, it isn't going to go underground and take out its little netherite pickaxe and start hammering away at some diamonds. It doesn't do that. It doesn't duplicate items, it only collects dropped items, which I think is the main misconception that people have, which is probably the reason this mob will win, because it does seem to be the most popular. As of right now, we don't have much information about the Allay, so if it is added well, it could be a very useful mob. However, right now, I'm just not sold on the idea. It's my least favorite design since it just looks like a passive Vex, and I don't see myself needing its services. However, I do still like this mob, and it would be okay if it won. It's just my least favorite out of the three. It would be very tricky to add since it needs to be useful while not being too complicated, but I believe Mojang will do a good job if this creature wins. It would be interesting if the different pitches of a note block corresponds to different orders you can give it, just like how the skulk sensor has different frequencies for different vibrations, like how a chest opening will give a different signal than someone walking on the ground. There are plenty of ideas that can make this mob great, but they can't fit them all into a 50-second trailer. The Copper Golem is a mob that you have to make yourself, just like the Iron and Snow Golems. As of right now, we're unsure how to make it, but I speculate you'll likely use a lightning rod somewhere in the creation process, since the top of its head does resemble a lightning rod. This mob seems to be a living randomizer. Once you construct it, it will go around randomly pressing copper buttons, a new variant of buttons that will be added alongside this mob. Over time, it'll oxidize until it's fully blue. Then it'll switch off, basically it'll die, and you can use it as a statue, which I'm hoping you'll be able to mine and move around the place, because that would be quite annoying if you can't. I'm hoping that this statue can be scraped with an axe to turn it orange again, not bringing the golem back to life. And it can also be waxed for the sake of extra decoration. However, this is not confirmed. I also hope that the speed at which the golem presses buttons slows down as it oxidizes, but you can wax or scrape it to keep it at your ideal level. This mob is my favorite choice because it's simple, unlike the Allay, but very useful, unlike the Glare. Okay, Glare, listen, I'm sorry. I love you. You're the chill flying cabbage that just kinda hangs around. And I love that, but you're just not as useful as the little golem man, okay? Now go back to your cave and be grumpy. It would inspire many people who aren't good at redstone, like me, to try and make contraptions. Plus, it comes with a small addition of copper buttons, which would make a great fit for 1.18, especially if they can oxidize. It may also lead to seeing more golems in the future, which that would be very interesting. As I've stated before, the Allay seems to be the most popular mob, and the Glare is the least. How these votes have worked in the past, at the start of the show, a Twitter poll is created and people can start voting. Sometime during the middle, they take a break to announce which mob had the least amount of votes, thus is eliminated. We can already assume that this will probably be the Glare, since it's ranked extremely low on many polls that I've seen run by content creators, usually with less than 10%. This will be sad since I would love to have a flying cabbage chill around me, but the show must go on. That, of course, is after I scream, "No!" in agony and pain. Near the end of the show, after we've already found out about 1.19, the Warden and Deep Dark, Minecraft Dungeons, and many more exciting subjects, they'll announce the final winner, which we can assume will be the Allay. That is, unless someone pulls a dream and sways the community to vote for the Copper Golem, which in this case would be good. But last year, no. Glow Squid shouldn't have won. While I have shown love and hate for different mobs, I'd be fine with any of them. In the past, the community has been known to pick the inherently bad option. Besides the mountains, that was the right call, but this time, there was no incorrect choice. I appreciate how all of these mobs are extremely functional, likely due to complaints about how some of the mobs from more recent updates are being less useful. I'm very excited for this Saturday, and I definitely want to release a video covering the event. Make sure to do the right thing and vote for the Copper Golem, or the Glare, but we know that's probably not going to win. It's probably not worth our time.